All right, Empyrion 12.3, the heavy lift steel transport. All right, if you follow along in the Let's Play series, some of this stuff's going to look a little different to you, but this is the final iteration. I have no intentions of changing anything because it's perfect and it does exactly what I wanted to do. So we are going to do the upgrades to it, and we're going to show you what it looks like when you spawn it in and why there's only one mini turret. P. We'll push P, go to our CPU statistics, and you will see we are at 14,898. And that's at Tier 2 CPU. Now we are going to upgrade it to Tier 3 CPU. If you follow along in the last video where I went to space and to the POI of the derelict ship or the abandoned ship, I forget what it's called. It's we picked up some gold, 60 gold, and we ironically that's exactly what you need. We had other gold in our inventory, but you needed exactly 60 gold to upgrade this. I think it's 30 gold per T3 CPU. So we've made those. We're gonna hit F4. And we are going to pull down our polarized hull shield. We are going to grab 5 minigun turrets, 6 generators, and 2 CPU extender T3s. Because if you look, we're going to press T, and we are going to pull out. This is the interior changes. I've made the door bigger. And here's why I've made the door bigger. When you're in space and you want to mine and you want to use your drone, because maybe you don't, we all watched, I kept freezing to death in space because I just didn't have the equipment I needed. So you could stand here, hit F5, and just kind of bump yourself in there. And now you're in the warmth of the cabin and you could be over at your asteroid or whatever, mining whatever you want to mine. Same thing goes when you're here on the planet and you want to mine, or you literally just now dive down and start digging in the ground with your drill. So it's not a drone hatch exactly, but it works. So very versatile vehicle, just a little workaround. So F5 to get back out of our drone. You can see we have a mobile constructor. We have an oxygen tank. You have 3 oxygen storage tanks down there. You have personal storage here, an armor locker, Wi-Fi, and extended fuel. If you look over here, you'll see we have our warp drive, Pentax tank, and 2 generators. And I've moved the shield from being on top of this to right up inside of here. We've not lost anything. There was already just extra armor there. So we are going to start putting down the items to do the upgrade and show you where we land. So we need to pick up our T2 CPU. Press T to rotate back. And there we go. That's pushing insert and delete to rotate what our axis is, and home and in to rotate the actual item along that axis. So one there, one there. Push T to go back to our inventory. T to go back to our Wi-Fi. Now let's start putting our generators in. Put one in, go back to T, change it to red, push T, put the next one in, and the next one in, push T again, red, red. Now, we need to put our shield up here, so we're going to go to purple with that. So T, press home to rotate, insert and delete to rotate our axis. I can't see that axis. There we go. Put it in there, push T, purple, go back to red, T, get our generator, 3 more generators. So you needed 6 generators total. 1, T, red, T, T. There you go. So now we have added 6 additional generators, 2 T3 CPUs, our shield, Pentax tank, warp drive, and we have 5 more weapons to add to this. We're going to put 2 on top. The reason why I'm putting just 2 on top really it doesn't need anymore. But this is mostly a planetary vehicle. I know at first you're going to need to go out into space to go get some neodymium and maybe some sathium and cobalt. But the whole point of this vessel is, to move things around here on the planet without wasting a ton of fuel flying one of these around. So when you fly over a drone, the drone can't shoot up at you, but you can shoot down at it. So you can essentially use this to kill drones without ever putting yourself in danger or any cargo you happen to have on deck. So we're going to get in and turn our ship on. Just lift the nose up a little bit, jump out, put 4 weapons on the bottom. Jump back in, put our nose down a little bit. T. We want to go dark with this one, so we're going to go that. Alright, now let's look at our CPU statistics. I put the bigger door in it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I put the bigger door in it because when you're in space, it's so hard to move, and it's so hard to get level all the time. And when you come up here and you try to get inside this door or out of this door, when it was the narrow door, it was so difficult, and you get trapped, and it was aggravating, and especially if you're trying to get away from a drone that you see that's coming in, whatever. So it's got a bigger door, so it's much easier to get in and out of here, especially when you're in space and you don't have a gravity generator. So we are looking at 14,250 storage there. We are looking at 1,000 ammo storage. It's more than enough, believe me. And you have personal storage of 250. This vessel has everything you need, and when you're on the ground, you could put the shorter landing gear on it if you want, but I like that it's higher off the ground, and it gives a little better range and visibility for when you're on the ground for the weapons to actually target things. But I do want to go into my devices, and I do want to put all of this stuff into the groups. Add to group, turrets. Okay. Add to last group. Add to last group. Add to last group. Add to last group. That's all of them? Yeah, because now I'm going to go to my turrets. And I'm going to turn on bases and off predators. I don't want to waste ammo on predators, and apply to group. So now they won't attack predators. Unless I'm out mining somewhere and I know, like the spiders, or if I'm standing off the nose of this thing and I just push S5 and I'm mining somewhere and I know there's going to be spiders or something around, I'll turn them back on and let them attack predators. This way I can mine in peace without worrying about anything. Or I can literally just put myself inside of here. Hit F5. Bump myself inside of the cargo bay. The doors will shut, you see. And now I can mine in safety without worrying about anything attacking me. I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys use it. I love it. For tier 10, with the amount of weight it lifts, it has no issues with anything. I've played through probably a dozen times now where I get my Iron Bandit at level 6 or 7, and then I get this at level 10, and then I use this to get around to places. And then I spawn in my Travella Mark IV, the stripped down version, and then from there I go around building it up. So the next video will be on the changes to the Travella from what you've seen in the Let's Play. I think you'll like it. It'll open some eyes, and thanks for tuning in, guys. They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay